With the celebration of Plymouth's 400-year anniversary fast approaching, we thought it might be interesting to find out what people in town did for the 300th celebration. Dr. Reilly of the Plymouth Antiquarian Society invited us down to the Hedge House Museum to show us one of the dresses women wore for the Pilgrim pageant nearly 100 years ago.
Plymouth Antiquarian Society operates 3 historic house museums. At the Hedge House, in addition to everything that we have on display, we also have a large collection of historic textiles that is in storage. It provides an important research collection to understand how people lived, the clothes they wore. So we have everything from 18th century to the 20th century dresses, shoes, hats, all sorts of accessories. Included in our collection are several costumes that were worn during the tercentenary in Plymouth, which celebrated the 300th anniversary of the Pilgrim landing. And for this commemoration, the state actually orchestrated a large pageant to be enacted on what is now Plymouth's Pilgrim Memorial State Park. And so we have costumes from that pageant that were created for and worn during that pageant. This dress was worn by Sarah Belcher, whose name is actually on the lining of the dress, which is why we know it was hers. And she was from Plymouth, and she played a Pilgrim woman. The Pilgrim Spirit pageant was written and directed by Harvard University professor George Baker, and it was performed 12 times over the summer of 1921. One performance on August 1st was given to President Warren Harding when he came to visit Plymouth for the tercentenary. And it balanced the great spectacle of historic pageants of this period with some deep discussions about the Pilgrim Fathers, their motives for coming, and their theology even. So some of the pageant costumes from the Plymouth Antiquarian Society's collection will be on display at an exhibit at Pilgrim Hall Museum on the tercentenary, which will open October 7th and run through the end of December. And we hope that people will come and will look at the tercentenary as a way to understand Plymouth's 400th anniversary and what we're thinking about and planning for 2020. And I think people will find that a lot of the conversations we're having now, many of the commemorators also had in 1920 and the years leading up to 1920. And so I think it will be a really great way to put today's commemoration in historical perspective.